Welcome to Lifestyle by SK, where wine, cigars, and relationships create that tapestry of extraordinary experience. And on today's video, people, I have a very exciting topic for you all. And this one is going to definitely, and it should touch a lot of people. And hopefully, I can reach some people early on as they're younger before they grow older, because I really want everybody to be able to experience this, what I'm getting ready to talk about, in the most respectful and honorable manner that it goes well. But I want to look at the mind shift from living for self to building with someone. This will touch someone out there that is on their journey, going through life, and you definitely don't want to do this alone. Now, what I want to talk about is the major shift that many people should most definitely be experiencing when transitioning from living for themselves to being able to build a future with someone else. So if you're a lady out there looking for that man, if you're the woman out there looking for that man, if you're the man out there looking for that woman, this message is most definitely for you. Now, for many, independence can be empowering. We've all have been through that state. Coming up through high school, getting into college for those of you who chose to go, there's going to come a time when a relationship is going to require a different kind of mindset. And from that point, that person has to be able to embrace the ability for collaboration and shared goals with someone to share it with for the rest of their life. Now, I want to most definitely break down why this shift is so important. And it has to be important because it can lead to a stronger and healthier relationship. I mean, that's what this channel is about. But why is this shift necessary? Why do I need to bring this up? Well, one of the things that you have to understand is that the self sufficiency is great. You being alone, you doing your own thing, you going where you want to go when you want to go, and just being alone and taking care of self, that is all great. However, the long term growth requires you to be with someone because you cannot do this alone. What's the point of having all the fame and fortune? What's the point of being able to drive what you want to drive? What is the point of all that when you don't have anything or anyone to build this with? Because here's the thing, independence is going and could teach you valuable skills, but the true fulfillment comes from building something meaningful with another person. And that is what we have to look at, is the relationship. It's most definitely a team effort, not just two people coexisting, right? You're not here to waste anybody's time. You want to be able to shift your mindset from I or me to we, as in us. Two people who's going to thrive in their relationship when both people think beyond their own desires and consider mutual benefits that they can share together for the rest of their life. Now, when you're able to do that, you're able to learn to compromise, you are able to plan together, you're able to create those shared experiences that's going to foster a deeper connection. And through that, you're going to have much more of an emotional maturity about yourself and about the person you're with, and the relationship readiness as well. So, those of you who live in much more of a solo mindset, and I'm talking about the people that are unmarried, the goal that I always talk about all the time in the videos is how to get more people together and more married, more couples married, to be able to create a foundation for their future families. I want to see the man and woman get together to therefore be able to bring to the point of getting married, getting to the point of creating their own residence, to the point to be able to bring children into it and they grow old and see their grandchildren and their great grandchildren. That is what I want to see, is being able to bring the nuclear family back. Now, when we look and move from the solo mindset to being in a relationship, it's going to require a great deal of an emotional intelligence. It's going to require a great deal of patience and accountability because we have to hold each other accountable for the scales to be balanced. Now, being open to feedback, the communication style that you may have, and the self improvement is going to be healthy for the relationships that you are in. We have to make sure that this works because that is how the world is going to evolve. Now, when you're looking at the challenges of how can you go about transitioning from a singular mindset to a collective mindset in terms of being in a relationship? Well, letting go of selfish habits. When you're used to making decisions solely based on your own wants and your needs, it can be difficult to adjust when you have somebody else there that you are responsible for who is living with you. For example, you may be getting ready to get married, fellas. You have your fiance there. You all may be in the same house before you get married. You're learning to figure out it's no longer about just I. It's most definitely about we. You are able in the single state or in your single mindset, you're able to being used to spending money freely versus planning your finances together so that you can build that household. You have to be able to trust someone in decision making because the person that you're with, one of you all may be strong in one area than the next person. It's not just about what you want, it's about making a joint decision that is going to benefit the household, that's going to benefit everyone that is there, including the both of you. Now, when you're learning to trust the person you're with, that's going to help you bring much more keys of success to the relationship because you're going to be able to trust each other. You're going to be able to move forward in ways that you never imagined that you would have been able to move in. Everything is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be peaches and cream. It's not going to be like the fairy tale. It's not going to be like a book or a movie or sitcom that you have watched. You're going to have problems. You have to figure out how to work through them. But it's better for you to be able to sort that out with somebody you're with than trying to sort all this alone because that shared responsibility, that's going to come up. We, a lot of times, will look at the different responsibilities that it takes to run a house. It may be splitting household tasks to emotional labor to financial planning that requires cooperation. We have to have that strong relationship together so that we can work it together on it and not just keep score on who's doing how much more than the other person. Now, how can this be so rewarding to someone that's never been in this before? Well, you can look at the stronger, emotional support and financial stability. Two incomes are just plainly better than one. It doesn't matter how much you make. You can take somebody that's making $250,000 a year single. Imagine what they can do with somebody else that may be able to bring another 75,000 to the table. 100,000. You can go 200,000. Imagine you having somebody who is able to bring money into the home. Because a lot of times on our episodes, we talk about that the men don't necessarily care about how much money that the woman makes. But what's most important is, are we able to function if one person lose their job? It does have importance in that regard when we're looking at it from a family standpoint. But we have to be sure that we're not just living for ourselves, but we're living for our household. We have to also understand that We have to be able to set meaningful milestones in the life of our family that is within our household, because this is going to lead to generational impact. Your kids are going to be able to see this, and you're able to create a legacy. You cannot create a legacy alone. Your legacy has to be created with someone. That's what makes this so special. This can extend through your family, your children, your community. It can make your relationship, it can make your vision much more fulfilling than short term gratification. I want you all to really, really think about this. Whether you're in college, whether you're just out and about, out there in the world working, you will have to find someone that is going to meet you where you're at, is going to help and want to build with you. But in order for us to make this shift successfully, we have to have open communication with one another, to be honest about our goals and our ambitions and what we want out of it. We have to look at a way to be able to develop the patience and flexibility so we're willing to adjust together when things get tough, when things are going good. We have to be able to move and differentiate our behavior and our emotions in that regard so that we can fully embrace the teamwork that we need to pour together to look at the common challenges, to look at the opportunities and strengthen the relationship itself rather than it creating obstacles and pushing you all apart. I really want you all to think about this, because the teamwork aspect of this, as you look at the challenges, you turn those into opportunities, then you strengthen the relationship rather than moving away from them. Those small victories together will most definitely help you be able to appreciate the journey of building something lasting forever. You will be able to look back as you look across the room in your future time together with your spouse and see the generation that you created, that you all created together, your great grandkids there, and your family name continues to move forward. That is what we have to have, people, to function properly, to calm down and really actually build this together. So, when you're thinking about making a shift from living by yourself to building someone in one of the most transformative experiences in life, it's not going to be easy, but it has to be done right to create a lasting foundation to create strong families. But have you already made this mind shift already? Is it something that you thought about? Could you see yourself building something with someone? What challenges and rewards have you experienced? Because I want to definitely bring these into the conversation, because there is somebody out there. You may not listen to me, but there is somebody out there that is in the same city, town, or state that you're in that is thinking about this, that has gone through this, and you may be able to pass knowledge and information to them, because that's what we need. So until then, on the next episode, I want to thank you all for watching. Like, listen, and subscribe. Lifestyle by SK, where wine, cigars, and relationships create a tapestry of extraordinary experience. You all have a good one.